And this is kind of the continuing saga because this continues on a presentation given by the city manager at the last city commission meeting in regards to the inflow and infiltration project, or the stormwater diversion project. The project's actually a pretty massive project, and it's multi-dimensional in its scope. All right, a large portion of it will actually occur on the public right-of-way and in the street right-of-ways, and those portions of the projects, there's sewers that get upgraded, there's sanitary lift stations that get improved. Another aspect of this project is the installation of interceptor drains in 2 specific locations within the city. And I'm actually proud to say that all of that pipe is currently in the ground. It finished last Thursday. That the work is not all done, but the pipe is all in the ground, and that was all done via directional drilling. And we put in about 25,000 feet of pipe, or about 5 miles. The other aspect of this is going into individual buildings and making corrections on the plumbing and making sure that stormwater goes to storm sewers ultimately, and sanitary sewer goes to the sanitary sewer. That's the aspect of the project that I want to talk about tonight. We are focusing in 2 geographical areas of the city. The first one is a residential district that's in the southwest corner of the city. It's basically bounded by Superior to the north, Grant to the east, River on the south side, and Gulfside Drive on the west. The second district is the central business district, or the downtown area. It basically counts to the north Downey Street and the buildings that are along Downey, and to the south Center Street, Pine to the east, and Park Avenue to the west. And how this program is really going to work, the kind of the nuts and the bolts of it, is that our first step is to contact individual property owners and give them information packets, talk to them, try to explain how the program is actually going to work. So there's going to be an educational and a communications issues right there. And to set up an appointment so that the engineering department can get into individual buildings and inspect the plumbing and see how things are currently hooked up. After that inspection, what we'll do is we'll make a determination on what items need to be corrected in each building. That's going to be explained to the property owner, and what procedures that they need to take as their next step. Okay, they'll be given a list of contractors. There's approved contractors for this phase of the project, and they can select one of them, have them come look at the work that needs to be done, and get a price on that work. Now the city needs to pre-approve that, because even though we anticipate the work's going to cost a certain amount, it can deviate from those expenses. There may be something unique in a house that causes it to cost more money to put a sump pump in, for instance, or there may be a driveway in the way of a sewer line. Okay, so those numbers will fluctuate somewhat. And then the building owner is to contract directly with the contractor. That contract is not with the city, but it's between the building owner and the contractor. Because we're not the owner, we don't have the legal right to contract with them. So that contract is actually directly with the homeowner or the building owner. Okay, those corrections will be made. Once those are been completed, the city will go back in and make sure those corrections have been completed to our satisfaction and to the homeowner's satisfaction. And then the contractor submits the bill to the city of Alma for payment. Now that's kind of how it works, but that's going to be a lot of time spent from our point of view with the homeowner, explaining how this works, kind of helping them out, because I assume some are going to want help with dealing with the contractor, so that's going to be pretty intensive. A typical house, and I kind of laid out everything that I could think of that would be possibly wrong. This drawing on this house, we got downspouts connected to the foundation drains. We've got foundation drains connected to the sanitary sewer. And these would be the items that we'd be specifically looking for to correct. And the next drawing is what, besides the washer's been moved. It was in the way of the sump pump. The corrections have been made so that the foundation drains have been diverted from the sanitary sewer lead and over to the sump pump crock. Okay, a sump pump's been installed. Would actually have to have electric outlets for that, and then the sump pump would be directed either to a storm sewer or to one of those new interceptor drains that been recently installed. I think that the keys to success on this program are really going to lie in these three areas. One is education of and communications with the public. And the public needs to understand what we're doing, why we're doing it, and what the outcome is. Okay? City staff needs to be very careful of attention to details, both from our point of view, because what we're trying to do is get clean water out of the sewers, but also from the point of view of the property owner, because it's their homes, it's their buildings, and they're going to want things put back correctly. The other thing, and this was mentioned earlier, was the record keeping, which is going to be very, very involved, okay, because we got to keep track of which ones have been inspected, what's been found, what needs to be corrected, what has been corrected, who did the corrections, and how much all that cost. And if there's any questions, I'll entertain them.
Just to clarify, the homeowner contracts with the contractor, but then the city is paying the contractor. It's not the homeowner paying the contractor.
Right.
They make the contract for the work, but then the billing goes to the city.
Right. For the required work, I mean,
Right.
they could ask the
Yeah, it's for
contractor.
extra things
and
in
that-
addition to what the
Sure.
city is.
The city funds will pay for the work that is required to
Divert the stormwater
Divert-
from the sanitary.
divert the stormwater from the sanitary. Anything else that needs to be done or that the homeowner wishes to be done while the contractor's there is the homeowner's responsibility.
Right.
If the homeowner wants to do the work themselves, or they want to have a different contractor, is that possible?
Yes, but the rules of the program dictate that these approved contractors are the ones we reimburse for. So if the homeowner wants to do the work, they may, or if they want a friend to do it that's a contractor, that's fine too, but they cannot be reimbursed under this program.
And how many contractors have been approved?
4.
4. Are they all local?
They're non-local.
Non-local?
None. All of these contractors have experience with similar projects, and that was one of their qualifications, was that we wanted people that are used to doing this, so that, because it's a unique project, and
It's somewhat interesting.
right. Now that's not to say they can't hire local subcontractors, because there'll be different trades involved. Sometimes there might be concrete involved, sometimes there's going to be electrical, plumbing, and each one of these has got different strengths, so they're going to be looking for subcontractors, I would assume. So there may be local people working, but not a local contractor.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions? Well, thank you very much for that presentation. Is there a motion to receive?
So moved.
Second.
Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That's done.